In case no one has told you recently, you do not need a really deep reason to do something that you want to do. You can just do it. I just had a client message me asking me why I don't capitalize things. Like, I have it set in my phone that when I type, text, whatever, it's all lowercase. And I was like, honestly, I don't quite remember. I think because things were auto capitalizing and I didn't really want them to auto capitalize. So just practically, I was like, stop it. I'll capitalize if I want to. And it brought up this thought of, you just don't need a really deep reason. There's nothing wrong with having a deep reason. I have deep reasons for certain things that I do in my life, but it's not a requirement to decide what you're doing about anything. You could decide to be in the circus tomorrow just because you feel like it, just because you want to. Like, that's enough of a reason. You don't need to elaborate if you don't want to. Hi, I love you too. And so does Buzz. Buzz is right here. So I wanted to come on and just say that because I think, it makes me think too of like when people ask about tattoos and they're like, what's the meaning behind that? And sure, like some of my tattoos have really deep meaning or have a fun story or whatever, but also you can just get it because you want it, and you can do that with anything in your life. It can be a big decision, it can be a small decision. It doesn't really matter. Like, you don't owe anyone any sort of explanation for why you want to do something. You can just want to do it, and that is actually enough. So I wanted to come on here and say that. And if there's something that you're wanting to do and you like are seeking some sort of deep meaning or reasoning, and that's what's holding you back from doing it, is trying to really like intellectualize why you want to do it, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. And for some people, that might be a really important part of the process of decision making. But I just would caution you against waiting to do something that you know you want to do just because you don't think you have like a good enough reason, or a reason that would be acceptable by others. If you are a creative, if you are a musician, if you are an artist, and you're doing something just because you want to, that's enough. You can just want to tour and play shows and work for yourself and make weird art and sell it, and you can want to do things for free and do things and charge for them, and you can just want to do things and do them. Like, that's the whole point. Get it because you want it is a good title. Yeah, just do it. And if you are living that way and you find yourself not where you want to be, that would maybe be an indication to say, I wonder why I'm choosing these things. Like, this isn't my inner intuition of just wanting things, isn't maybe leading me where I want to go. That would be a point to say, I might want to like think about this a little bit longer. Like, maybe I'm just being wildly impulsive and it's not actually aligned with what I want. That would be a time to look at it. But I wouldn't immediately assume that you being guided by your intuition is just being impulsive and doesn't have a good enough reason behind it. I think that there is a balance to our intuition and impulsivity, and it just takes trusting yourself, and it does take thinking about things after the fact and saying, I listened to my intuition. Did it get me where I wanted to go? Was that intuition, or was that maybe ego or fear or something else going on? And these are all things that are really wonderful to work out with a coach in your journaling practice, with a therapist, with a friend who's going to hold you to your highest standards and not just listen. I mean, that's perfectly wonderful, but if you're looking for getting some answers to these questions, working them out with someone who's going to guide you towards your own inner truth is going to be great. You can always book a 1-hour call with me if this is something that's coming up with you, or if you want to work with me for 6 months, you can do that as well. But the main point is, do the things that you want to do. You don't need to wait until you have a good enough reason. Always investigate. If you're saying good enough about anything, investigate what that even means. Question it. Here's a little baby. Buzz always does whatever he wants to do because he's very cute, and that's enough. That is enough for him to decide what he wants. So, is there something that you're wanting to do that you've been hesitating on? Let me know. I'm curious. I would love to know. And can you just do it right now? And if not, talk to me. Message me. Let's talk about why you think you can't do it right now. Because I think you can. I think you already have a good enough reason. I think you know what you want to do and you should just go for it. And if you want support, I can help you. So that's my message for today. Do whatever you want. Don't capitalize things if you don't want to capitalize them just because you don't want to capitalize them. Get a tattoo just because you want to. Just because you like it. Maybe you don't even like it. Who cares? Just live your life and enjoy it. You know? Just be you and enjoy being you. And whatever the other noise is going on, turn it off. Get rid of it. It's not necessary. Okay. Let me know what you're thinking about doing. Let's talk about it. Message me. Love y'all. I'm going to sit in this hammock. I think I'm going to finish reading a book. I've been working a little bit today because I felt aligned to do that. I felt like it. I wanted to. Even though people are like, work-life balance. Don't work on your days off. Sometimes I want to. Who cares? Sometimes I don't work on the days that I say I'm going to work. I just make sure that I get the things done that I want to be getting done. I make sure I'm living the life that I want to be living. And everything else, it's just the details. Okay, my dogs are going to bark, so I'm going to go. But love y'all. Talk to you soon.